Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back with another garden update. It's April 2nd, and it's been a year since I've been making garden videos. And it will be about the third year that I've been actually gardening these flowers and stuff. So I was gonna make a video today where I planted a bunch of flowers, but I didn't realize how long it was actually gonna take. So I kind of just did it already. And before I start doing the update, I'm gonna get some water first. So hold on. So here I am at my pool in my backyard, and I'm just draining all the water that's on top of the pool. It froze up over the winter time, and now that it's water again, I'm just gonna pump the water out and into my watering can, and I'm gonna use this water on my flowers. It's got a lot of like nutrients and stuff that the plants need. If you have a fish tank and you do like water changes, you could use that water from your fish tank for your plants, and it's actually really beneficial. So let's get back into the normal garden update. Alright, so I'm back in the front yard, and I actually did quite a few flowers. So I actually kind of cleared this area on the side of the garage over here, and I kind of dug it up and planted a couple of these Gladyses, pink ones, yellow ones, and then there's red ones too. These red ones too. So I put some there, and I put some in a couple of different places too. Over here, I actually popped one of these lilies, the Stargazer lilies, right there. Here are the hyacinths. Pink ones looking all right. The purple one, this one's fresh. That's another fresh spike. They actually smell really good right now. And I also put another one of these Stargazer lilies right here, and you can see the bulb right there. When you do the bulbs, you don't have to bury them very deep, just right at the surface. So that's pretty much perfect right there. And these hyacinths right here. And here's the roses. It's filling out quite a bit. And I actually went through, and there were a couple like dead stems, and I came through and I snipped them off. I just looked for areas that there wasn't anything growing, like right there, and I just snipped it off. And the rest of it's looking pretty good. Moving over from the roses, I planted one of these right here, and you can actually see the bulb. This is what the bulb looks like. And you want the pointy side pointing up. So you just put it like that. And I got some topsoil right here. Just cover it. Just like that. Take some of this water, and that should be good. The tulips here, I planted a couple of these guys right there, there, and there, so they kind of alternate with the tulips. The tulips are going to die off, and then these will pop up right after. Underneath the soil. I planted, I believe, another calla lily right there. Two tulips. Here's the tiger lily. Let's check it out. Seems to be there's like two of them in there now. tulips right there. These little purple violets are actually starting to pop up, if you can tell right there. They're starting to pop up with their little flowers. And I'll get back to this iris in a second because I have some information about it. But I planted another one of those stargazer lilies here. That tulip was there before. And then on this side of the steps I did the same thing. There's the tulip from before, the stargazer lily. Tulip, cardinal plant. This tulip is actually starting to send up its stalk. Columbine right here. But back to this iris. So I went for a walk in the woods the other day, and where I walked there's a bunch of wild growing irises and tiger lilies, and this is where I got the iris from that side and the tiger lily over there also, and those tiger lilies. I got them in the woods, and I was walking in the woods yesterday and I happened to just come across this right on the ground. It was just basically sitting like that, and all I did was just give it a little wiggle, pick it up. And this is the iris that, it's a brand new one, and I'm just waiting for these trucks to go by. It's kind of hard to talk about. So this one I'm gonna plant here on the opposite side of that one. And what I didn't realize about this one over here is when I got this one last summer, I thought it was 3 separate irises, like 1, 2, and then 3. When I got that one over there, I realized those 2 were connected, so I started digging this out, and this is one big iris, and all 3 of these are connected to one main root that goes down to here. So at some point I'm gonna have to dig it up and split all 3 of these. So that's that iris. It's actually gonna be quite a lot of work at the end of the summer to dig this up and kind of split it up and transplant it. So that's the news on that. This little iris over here now, what I did is I kind of, because it's a V, I kind of created a V like that, and it's almost like a table, kind of like this. And you want these roots here, you want it to sit on the table like that, and the roots to go down the sides. And I'm just going to take some soil, put it like that. And these irises don't need to go deep at all. In fact, the rhizomes just sit right on the surface, pretty much like this. So when you go to plant the irises, they don't need to go deep at all. In fact, it actually stunts their growth and can cause a lot of problems if you go too deep. So I'm gonna just do it like that. I just got a little bit of dirt left, so. And then here's another little baby iris that I found. I just kind of picked it up and plopped it there. That's news on the iris. I got a new iris there, so both sides will match with the irises. Back to over here. I think I pointed these guys out, all the tulips over here. I put Gladyses right there, 3 Gladyses, tulips. Over here, what did I planted 3 Gladyses here. Here's the daffodils. I planted a calla lily there. Here's some tulips. And then let me find it. I did these Caesar Brothers irises right there. I kind of did it almost like the other irises, but these irises are more grass-like instead of like the fan blades. So they're gonna be more grass-like. And I did 3 of those. I did another one right there. Here are the other daffodils. There's some color in that one, some purple. And let's go check out my seedlings. So here are a couple of my seedlings after a few weeks. They're in the afternoon sun right now. These are the scarlet sages. I believe those are the pansies right here. And then those are the daylilies. I have a couple of them going there. I have cardinal plants in this one. Those are white petunias. And I got just one hosta that popped up here. This was a daylily tray, and I was gonna throw these out, all the seeds, after a couple weeks, but I decided just to leave it in the sun. And I actually have a couple of them that are just starting to sprout after a few weeks, so I'm gonna just leave it and see how many more daylilies I can get to pop up. I just started these morning glories today, and I have another morning glories too. But before I check out the other morning glories, I have a whole tray of cosmos. This whole tray has basically like at least 100 cosmos seeds planted in it. These are the other morning glory seeds I'm planting. I had a lot extra, so I just kind of threw them in a bag like this, and these are just the extra seeds. And I kind of I opened the bag and I took and I breathed into it, so the carbon dioxide that I breathe out, the seeds can benefit from and actually use it for turning it into oxygen. So that's why there's some air in here. But these are the other morning glory seeds. I just kind of been going through individually planting them just like this. Take it, pop it. And I'm just gonna let these hang out for the next couple weeks, and grow some morning glory seeds. That's about it, everybody. Have a good day, and thanks for watching. Don't mind my dirty nails. I've been playing in dirt all day, so have a good day.